Mr. Grinch, my name is Cindy Lou Who. Hey bays, this is my Cindy Lou Who Bratz doll inspired look, and this is my first video from my Christmas makeup series that I'm doing. Y'all love the Halloween one so much that I decided to bring it back, but Christmas time. So anyways, I created this really fun look. If you want to see how I did it, continue watching this video. So I already did my foundation and I blocked my brows. These are not my real brows, guys. These are drawn on brows. If you want a proper tutorial, I could totally do one for you, but I do have a video on how to block your brows, so make sure you check it out. So I already sketched out where I'm going to draw my fake eyes with a nude color lip liner, or you can use a wet liner, it doesn't matter. First, I'm going in with Icy Wifey Cosmetics Mistress palette, and I'm going in with the shade Voicemail. I'm just sketching out where I want my fake cut crease to start. This is really important. You want to make sure you over exaggerate the cut crease. When you look at a Bratz eyes, they have like big bug-eyed eyes. I remember having Bratz dolls and being teased because their eyes were so big, but I'm like, don't hate because they're fabulous, okay? And that's why I also like blocked my brow and created a new fake brow. That way I'm able to achieve like the illusion of big Bratz eyes. So I'm just sketching out where I want my shape initially, and then I'm going to be taking my bronzer. I'm going to be blending out the line up into my fake brows. And I like to use my bronzer because I'm going to be using my bronzer to connect the beginning of my brows to my nose contour to get like a nice skinny nose. Like the Bratz have a skinny nose, and then Cindy Lou Who, her nose is also really skinny and small too. So that's why I am using the bronzer. That way it can blend really nicely when I start to contour my nose. But you really want to softly blend it out, but you want to make sure you leave enough space under your brow bone because you're going to highlight that. It's very important because Bratz have the highlight under the brows. Next, I'm cutting my crease with the Mama Mitchell P. Louise blank canvas from the Acid Rain collection, and you want to make sure you make it nice and sharp. And I'm bringing the inner corner of the cut crease down, connecting to where my fake eye is at the bottom, so that way it gives illusion of like the eyes all together. And you also want to bring it up towards the brow bone as well. As you can see, I call it like the fish whale shape because it looks like a whale fish shape, so that makes sense. Y'all see what I'm doing. And with Colored Rain Juicy Boost palette, and I'm taking their Coconut Water shade, which is a beautiful matte pigmented white. Like, y'all, this is one of my favorite like matte whites. It is so pigmented, it is so white, it is like, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's not chalky, it's pigmented. One of the best whites ever. And then I'm going to be going in with the Kale Yeah green color, and I'll be packing it on towards the end, the 2/3 of my eyes pretty much. I'm leaving a space between the white and the green, but I'm going to be packing it on and putting it towards the end. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the shade Mint Leaves, which is like a lighter green color, and I'm going to be applying it between the dark green and the white. That way it has a nice transition into the dark green. I felt like it was better that way, have more of a nice transition instead of just going straight in with the white and the dark green. I felt like it was looking kind of patchy, but adding like the lighter green in the middle definitely has a great blend. So to really like exaggerate the cut crease, because if you look at the Bratz side, like their cut crease is super cut and it's more like darker towards where the cut crease is happening. So I'm just taking my really small like smudger brush, and I'm taking like a black color, and I'm just tracing along the cut crease, and then I'll be taking my tapered blending brush and I'm just softening out the edges so it's not too harsh. And I feel like that definitely really defined and add dimension to the cut crease. So I'm going back in with the Icy Wifey Mistress palette, and I'm taking the shade Mistress, which is a beautiful like shimmery green color, and I'm applying this on top of the green between the white and the green color. Do not apply it at the end, just it's going to be in the center, just add dimension to the eye. I didn't show this part on camera, but I sprayed my brush with some setting spray, and I used it to apply the metallic shade onto my eyes because I already have eyeshadow on my eyes, and when you have something like matte already on your eyes and you try to put shadow on it, it may not stick like you want it to stick. So using a bit of setting spray can actually help as like glue or kind of wet your eye again, so you can use it to stick shadow on top of it. I said a mouthful, I'm sorry. So Bratz are known for their wing liner. So right now I am drawing the wing liner where I have my fake eye ending. As you can see, like where the fake eye ends, I'm drawing the wing liner from there. And then I'm connecting the inner corner of my eye to the beginning of my fake eye at the bottom. That way it connects all together. So Bratz eyeliner is super, super, super thick. And I'm actually going to fill my lid up until my actual crease with the liner. So when I open my eyes, you can still see the liner. So as you can see, I'm literally filling it up to my natural crease. And you want to make sure you have a nice, you want to make sure even when you open up your eyes, you can still see the liner, the cut crease, and then your lid. You want to make sure you have all that still being shown as you are filling in your liner. Next, I'm going in with Lashing Out Glam Graffiti Glam Liners. They have this amazing palette, and I do have a code, which is Zebe. And I love this palette because it's so great to have because it has all the colors that you need. And it's like an eyeshadow palette, but with water-activated paints. So right now, I'm just filling in the fake part of my eye, but you're leaving a little semicircle where your iris is, because we're pretty much drawing like a fake iris. I think that's what you call like the color part of your eyes, right? And the reason why you do that, because when you open up your eyes, it will be, your natural eyes will be in line with your fake eyes. So you can even keep your eyes open and it'll still give illusion of the Bratz, or you can keep your eyes closed and it'll still give illusion of the Bratz eyes. So next I'm going in with Haus Labs Eye Identify Pencil Liner in Aura. This is one of my favorite liners, y'all. And I'm only applying this where it's lining up with the white. You don't want to you do not want to use the liner where your fake eye is, because obviously it's weird. You want it to blend in with your natural eye. And then I'm going to be going in with the white shadow from the Juicy Boost palette. I'm going to be setting my Graffiti Glam liner. And the only reason why I do this because it's under my eye, and I do tend to get a lot of cracking under my eyes, and I just like to use this to set under my eyes. That way it looks nice, smooth, and opaque. And side note, this happens with any liner that I use. So I'm going to have to explain what I'm doing because I was so out of frame for this part. I'm so sorry. So I filled in the iris with a brown color, and then I'm creating my fake pupils with the black Graffiti Glam liner. I'm still using the palette from Lashing Out Glam, and I'm placing the pupil right in the center of the eye, and then I'm going in with white to add more dimension. So this part is definitely just adding more realism to the eyes, and I'm adding like a little bit of white, and then I'm adding like a little bit of peach, and I'm like using water to blending in together, and then going with some shadow, and then go back in the white. So this part is just really making the eye look as realistic as possible. I was pretty much looking at a Bratz eye and kind of mimicking what I saw in order to create the eye, like the glare, the shine, all that, and that's going to give the 3D like effect. So even if your eyes are open or closed, it's still going to look like a Bratz eye. Next, I'm going in with my black liquid liner, any favorite black liquid liner, and I'm just outlining the white part of my eye, leaving the inner corner open. Going back with my small smudger brush, I'm going to be applying Voicemail, which is the same shade that I use in my crease to deepen it, and I'm going to be using this to smoke out the new bottom part of my eyes. And then I'm going to create my fake lashes. First, I like to sketch it out like nice little wispy lines, and then I'm going to thicken it up. I'm going to make sure it's thick at the base and it gets skinny towards the tip. It's contouring time, so I'm going to be contouring my nose, and the key thing, you want to make sure your nose contour connects with the beginning of your nose into your crease of your eyes. That way it looks more realistic and it doesn't give you that really long nose. I did a whole video about how to like contour with your nose with your fake brows, because there's a special technique on how to do it. I'll do a video for that. And I'm also just contouring like the round tip of my nose to give it more of a roundish little like pointy nose, because Cindy Lou doesn't have the nose like everybody else does. She has a regular nose, but her nose is a little bit more, cute and more upright. So I'm giving that illusion of the nose, and then I'm just pretty much, just shading around the tip of my nose and then blending it out so I soften up the harsh edges. And then I'm going to go in with my Crayon Case blush binder. I'm going to go heavy on the blush, definitely giving me a blushy nose, super blushy cheeks. I'm going to be applying the blush on the apples of my cheeks to give more like a kid, like more full rosy cheeks, because she's, as a kid, if you want like fuller rosy cheeks, you're always going to apply the blush on the apples of your cheeks. If you want to give your cheeks a more snatched look, you're going to apply the blush on the sides of your cheek where your contour is. So I'm highlighting my nose using a nude lip liner from Buxom. You can use a white liner, you can use eyeliner, it doesn't matter, just use something to highlight it. And I'm just using this to highlight the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. That way it gives a nice skinny, pointy, upright nose like Cindy Lou. And then I'm just going with some beige, like a beige shadow. I don't know where I got it from. I can't remember which brand I used it from, but I'm going with a beige shadow. And I'm just using this to highlight my nose some more before I start going in with the shimmer highlight. I'm taking that matte white shadow from the Juicy Boost Colored Rain palette, and I'm applying this under my brow bone, because if you look at the Bratz eyes, like, they have a very highlighted brow bone, so it's a must that you get this super highlighted brow bone. And I'm just packing it on, making sure it blends in with the brown shade. Next, I'm going in with Makeup Murder Poison Highlighter and Lighten Up, and I absolutely love this highlighter, y'all, because Teresa knows what she's doing with this highlight. She's the CEO of Makeup Murder, and this highlight is so beautiful. It comes in different shades, and I love the fact it has like specks of glitter in it, and it's just so beautiful how it catches the light. And I'm just applying this on the tip of my nose, bridge of my nose, and my cheekbones. Next, I'm going in with Buxom Cosmetics Power Line Lip Plumping Lip Liner and Recharge Ruby, and I am over exaggerating my lips to make it look like a Bratz doll. I wish I over exaggerated a bit more, to be honest. I kept it on the safe side. I wish I could have, played with it a lot more of the shape, but oh well, it is what it is. I can't remember what liquid lipstick I used to fill it in with. I literally can't remember. I was like, I do not know. I just can't remember what I used. But then I went in with Sugar Pill Crystal Trinket Lip Gloss, and I applied it into center just to add a shimmer to my lips and really bring everything together. And that's it. I'm going to do my hair, put on my outfit, and I'll show you the finished look. Mr. Grinch, I'm Cindy Lou Who. This is my Cindy Lou Who look, but as a Bratz doll. I, love to do mashups of, my looks all the time. I don't want to just do the same looks like everybody else. I kind of want to make mine a little bit different. So I made it into a Bratz doll because y'all know I love Bratz and everything like that. And I styled the hair myself. I have a cute little mini video. It'll probably be on like my TikTok, Facebook, the YouTube shorts if you want to see how I did it. But yeah, it turned out great, and I made it my own and stuff like that. I really decided to decorate this Christmas tree on my head. But yeah, so this was a tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys decide to go to a holiday theme party and decide to recreate this look, let me know. Love to see it and share it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. This is just the beginning of my holiday series, so I'll see you guys again in another video. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, okay, and follow me on my social media platforms. Love you. Bye.